someone got the brilliant idea to make an office diet bet due to COVID gains, with people pooling in their money to see who can lose the most weight by Thanksgiving. I am one of 7 people not participating. Lots of preggos, some bodybuilders, and people who maintain their weight who aren't interested. Since I've visibly gained, they thought I'd want to participate. I didn't. Jen, in charge of everything, kept dropping by to remind me to turn in my form and my money. I said, no thanks. Jen wouldn't drop it. Other people got involved, asking me why not all the time. It'll be fun. Don't be scared, I'd feel better, and look better. I told them no, I wouldn't, and it's a great way to bond. We're all in it together, it's like Weight Watchers. I'm not interested, and then eventually, I said, no, drop it. They decided I wanted them to convince me. 2 weeks into the bet, they tried to trick on the scale to shock me. I contacted HR, people finally backed down. I'm eating my food one day, rice and beans. People sitting with me start dropping hints that how they feel so much better now that they aren't eating carby comfort food all the time. I said, I'm glad you feel better. They took this as a sign that I knew I'd feel better again and started up saying I could still join in. I finally fucking snapped and said, you guys suck. I'm a recovering anorexic. I get one whiff of competition and start starving myself for days and start puking up what I do eat. Until I'd have to get my 3rd oral surgery to remove rotting teeth. Does that sound worth it to you? Chorus of, wow, and, we were just joking. I said, no, you weren't just joking. Congratulations, by the way. After you all wouldn't stop, I weighed myself for the first time in 7 years and didn't eat for 2 days. Does that make you all feel good? None of them would look me in the eye, so I just went home for the day. I got a call from the women in HR, who were shockingly supportive of me. One of the bodybuilder guys stepped up and said he's witnessed a lot of the harassment and he doesn't blame me for my outburst. A few others did too. However, they had to cancel the diet bet. I didn't ask them to, and people are blaming me, saying that I can't take a joke. It wasn't that deep, and the girls present said they no longer feel safe working with me because I obviously have mental issues. One of them made a big stink about politically correct bullshit, and how I'm the typical hypersensitive millennial. I go back and forth on this all day, thinking I should have just swallowed my anger and gone back to HR or just stopped eating lunch in the office or whatever. I didn't mean to ruin anyone's fun, but I also feel justified in pushing back on their harassment. AITA.
NTA. Your coworkers were harassing you. No matter your reason for saying no to a non-work related competition, they should have dropped it immediately. Honestly, I'd let HR know about the comments being made, especially the women saying they don't feel safe because you are recovering from an eating disorder. That seems like it could easily skew into more harassment from them, based on how they've acted so far.
You're spot on, because what they are doing really is harassment, and that does not belong in the workplace. NTA. And if they continue to give you grief in retaliation, then you should continue to report, because the issue is not done.
NTA. You told them you didn't want to participate multiple times, politely. They didn't take any notice of you, and unsurprisingly it eventually came to a head. This has nothing to do with political correctness and everything to do with those colleagues being insensitive. No one should be forced to take part in activity outside of work regardless of what it is, similar to how you wouldn't force a former alcoholic to go to a pub per bar. NTA. At my prior org they tried similar till someone filed a complaint with the Labor Department after HR didn't deal with the passive-aggressive harassment that was happening to people who opted out. I have always been uncomfortable with the diet bet model, like I'm on WW and LCWW ambassadors endorsing diet betting, and it's weird. NTA. Even not considering the eating disorder. At the first no, they should have backed down. Asking someone to lose weight is harassment, and you were right to contact our. One can have a number of reasons for not wanting to lose weight. For example, I don't want to mind your own beeswax.
No, you're NTA. Anorexia is a horrific illness and it's not something to be played around with. You were in a good place and they put you in the bad place. I'm sorry that this has happened to you, pleading face, and I really hope you are receiving the support you Need. All your coworkers who have essentially tried to get you to play along are fucking assholes. They pushed and pushed and pushed and didn't like it when their own assholery got a snap back, not only from you but from HR, who I am assuming is the one who shut down the bet. Also, who the fuck bets on weight loss? That's literally how people develop illnesses like anorexia and bulimia. Cuddles from one recovering anorexic to another. Please stay safe and try to stay comfortable with eating. If you get uncomfortable again, try to speak with a professional.
NTA, 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 NTA. They took this public, not you. Your HR team handled this appropriately. I'm glad some of your coworkers are supporting you as well.
NTA. The event was cancelled because they couldn't respect your boundaries, not because of you. TBH, though I'd start looking around at other jobs. I had a job where a manager kept trying to get handsy with me, and after 6 months of asking him to stop, I reported him to our people. Started getting mad at me because they had to do harassment training and he was just messing around. It was a joke. I was written up and reported by coworkers 5 times in 3 weeks over lies until I gave my notice.
NTA. Are you the arsehole for laying down a boundary and then sticking up for yourself when people continuously smashed right through it? No, you are not, despite all that mean girl attempts to gaslight you. It was just a joke. Favorite line of all bullies everywhere. Good luck with that bunch of arseholes.